Hi, welcome back guys. On this week's episode we are finally going to finish all the fairing on the transom, clean it up, and also I've looked underneath. I think I can sand from with why it's on a trailer. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, as you can see from last week, got most of this pretty much flat, faired out. I think so. This week what I'm going to do is get the final layer on all of this underneath as well. Make sure I put a little bit on here where the pinholes are, sand down that end. Also what I've done, because my original plan was to do all this, take it out, clean it, bring it back in, get it onto the stand and go underneath and sand the bits that I haven't sanded. But after looking underneath, if I can show you quick, so I need to sand this and that patch there and a little bit down there, and I'm thinking I might be able to do this apart from the kill while it's on the trailer, which should save so much. Obviously all the dust when I'm sanding that, and then I can pull it out and wash all of it. And like I said, all I've got to worry about then is the keel. I've had a look at this underneath the boat now, and I don't think a board sander will do the job on this one, if I'm being honest, because it's so wavy. Not just what, obviously I've made it flat where I'm faired out, but the whole boat is not even. Don't know if I can show you. I think I've shown you on the episodes before, but it don't really show. That one goes, see, this one goes in up there, and this one is more like a bubble shape. Very weird. But yeah, so what I'm going to start with is get the final fairing on there so that can start curing. I basically just try and get all the fairing on everywhere today. See how long that'll take. To be honest with you, I'm going to have to leave it anyway just for it to cure 100%, so I can come along with a sander tomorrow. But the main focus is trying to get this last layer on here as nice as I can. I know it's going to be sanded as well, but I think it'd be pretty easy. I think it says about 0.5 mil gap in between the ruler and this coat, so it should be nice, easy. We shouldn't have to use a lot. I pretty much, even with this second coat, got it flat, looking nice. Couple little bits there I said that I need to fill in. This is pretty much finished, don't need to do anything with that. But I will go over it just in case there's any little bits I need to fill in. This turned out really nice, and if you see the episodes last week, I managed to get the first coat on here, and most of it is actually level with the original, so it's nice and smooth. I just got to fill in a couple patches, build it up, make it look nice. But as you can see it is nice and smooth. It's gone round with the boat. Also I need to just get a little bit of fairing compound and wrap it round the whole of the bottom so I can smoothen that off with the sander. But yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, and that's the final coat on this. It does look rough, But once I've sanded that down flat, it'll be nice, just like it turned out on this. It's only little bits sticking out really, it's not going to be too bad. Sander should go straight through it. So that is the transom pretty much done. Tomorrow I'll sand that down, make it nice and smooth. This stuff was setting off a bit quicker for some reason, I'm not too sure why. I even put a little bit less hardener in, but it's okay. So really what I want to do now is I've already put a lump on that and on the other side, so that's ready to start rounding off. That is enough on there for me to work with. And now I'm gonna do the batch underneath first, and then make a batch up and just get some on the edges. I don't mind if it is a little bit too thick, because this stuff, like I said before, sands really nice, and I'd rather do it in one lot, sand it off nice, and I won't have to do a second coat. This, I'm just double checking it. It looks actually pretty much good to go. I don't think I have to do too much to it, but I will go over it. But the main focus now will be underneath, which will finish that off and go around the corner. And then tomorrow, like I said, I can come in, just spend the whole day sanding, making it all nice and round and making it look pretty. I also got a little bit extra on that. Filled in the pinholes. I did notice there was just a little dip in there, so that's why I filled it. I didn't mention it on the camera before. But yeah, I'm going to carry on and start underneath. Okay, and that is all underneath redone, filled in everything. It does look really rough at the moment, but that's because I did, like I said, I built it up, and that will just need one sanding, nice and round and smooth, and it should look really good. Both sides, filled that in, and the corners and a bit of the edging, filled in the holes, the pinholes. So really I think that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow come back, sand all this, and it will look totally different, which is great. And then I'll sand that and that. I keep saying I'm going to do that, but always turn the generator off and then forget to do it, but I'll make sure I do it tomorrow. And then it really is just getting underneath and sanding as much as I can. That should be right. And then that's, we've got another day, couple days. I probably will come up to here, see what I can do with this, even though it's not a big issue, because I can, like I said, I'll paint up to there all the way. I can work on this bit afterwards, just because I might want to sand, well, I will want to sand this down in the future, but I might get fairing on there. I mean, that's probably only about an hour's worth of work. Chuck it on there, make sure it's thick again, so I only need to do one coat. It's not going to look as good as these, but I'll try my best. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. Dry weather so far. Got some grey clouds coming over, so hopefully I can get this. Well, I'll get it done anyway because I'm in the dry. Just means closing up the doors a little bit if it starts coming in, and then obviously the dust stays in here. But today's main focus is going to be sanding. I think, to be honest with you, we can make this. That it should finish today. If there's anything left, it's going to be pinholes that I can make a really small batch and just pull it over it. Nothing major no more, because it's looking really good. Before I done the bottom yesterday, don't know if I showed you, but I did get the level or ruler, and now there is no gap in between it. It's perfect. Like I said, I've got to sand this all down, make it look nice. I was on Amazon last night, and they delivered really quick, because what I've ordered is I think this is my second backing plate, let's call it. And if you get a sharp bit, or you get, I've done it on a fiberglass, I've done it on the fairing compound. If it's too sharp, then it rips the paper, and if I've not noticed it, you can see if I zoom in, it's just tore it apart a little bit. And then after a little while, because some of this I focus on the edge a bit too much, and you probably ain't gonna be able to see it, but the loops wear down, and then you might see it on the time lapse sometimes, but the sandpaper just flies off. So I've managed to order 2 new ones, which should sort this whole boat out, if I'm being honest with you. So that's nice and ready for sanding of the primer and everything. With that, I also ordered some 3M, is it mesh sanding? Let's grab one out quick just to show you. Apparently they last a lot longer. I did borrow one from a friend when I was doing the 240 on the side, and they seem to work perfect, so I've bought these. They are mesh, sort of see-through, as you can see. That is for the primer 240 after, once the primer's all on. And then obviously I've just bought some more flat disc. That's for when I go back inside or need to sand anything down. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that, just, you know, there's little bits I keep buying now and again. So I might, if I've got the right tool bit, yes, it's a Phillips. I'm gonna get a new one on there for today. And we'll start sanding this down and get it looking really nice. Okay, that's been about an hour and a half, I would say, by looks of the time. Underneath is completely finished. I don't need to do anything underneath. The corners come out really nice. I don't know, you see how round and smooth they are all the way up. Now the only thing that was a bit weird is the last final coat I put on there. I don't know what's happened, but you can see all the little dots. It does need sanding a little bit more. I basically took the rough edges off, so I could probably get some of them to disappear. But it's very weird. But if anything, like I said before, I'll just quickly put a little dab over each one, and it'll take 10 minutes to sand down. But yeah, very, very happy with the outcome of the bottom. You can see it, it's nice. Better than what it was before, 100 times better. and the way I've sanded this is definitely confirmed that I'm gonna crawl underneath and try and sand all the rest. Like I said yesterday, I think it was, the board sander is just not gonna cut it on this one, because you can see how round I can make it. It's all odd shaped anyway. Like I said, even if you look there, I think you don't know if you can see it, but there is, it goes down and it goes up and it goes down, so it's uneven anyway. As long as I can get it nice and smooth and flat as I can. So I think the next thing I'm going to work on is this for a minute, get that one done, and then move on to the back again and just give this another sand. Make sure I'm 100% happy with all of this. See, and you know, see if I need to add any more. If I do, it's going to be little bits. This should be completely finished. And then really, I think it's going to be get underneath, sand that, and see how far we get. Okay, I'm a lot happier now. Every single one of them come out nicely. It's still flat. Looks really good. Like I said, the underneath was perfect. This come out nice and smooth. And so did the two little pinholes I had to cover, which I knew was going to happen. But yeah, very happy with it all. So I think the next thing is to go underneath and have a little go under there and see how far we can get. Okay. Okay, it's going really well. So I've done from the back to there. I've only got one patch left there. A little bit there that I can't do because of that's in the way, so that'll have to be done once it's on the stands. And a little bit here, and one tiny, you can see it, just a darker patch there. This is the biggest bit, which I'm halfway through. So it's going really good. Should be able to finish this today, I hope. That's been about 4 hours now, sanding. From obviously the back as the transom up to now. But this has saved so much time, and once I get it on the stands, all I have to do is the kill, as you can see that bit down there. I just can't get to it while it's in that little slot. It goes all the way up. That's the only bit that I'm gonna have to sand once it's on the stands, and then clean it up, but it'll be half the dust. I mean, this is crazy how much is coming off. Definitely looked in on this because I put it on a lot thinner, so it's a lot less to sand. That bit here was a bit thicker. Took a lot of sanding to try and blend it all in. It's just unbelievable. I look at it now and just think, still, all the work I've done is still how the shape of the boat goes. Obviously, I don't know what's happened in the past or when it was built, but you can see a couple little indents. But it should be really good. So I'm going to carry on sanding and see how far we get. Okay, and that is all done under there now. Looks really good. I'm happy with it. It's all nice and smooth and round. Sanded that as well. What I did notice on that patch there is about 6 or 7 bigger pinholes. It's the only way I can describe it. I'm not sure of the word, but so that will need tiny bit of fairing compound. So underneath there and that bit just there, and a little patch here, and that is everything faired, nicely done. It's a bit dark now, but once I've I might even pull it out first, go around the whole boat, double check, because I do know actually there is on the other side that needs a little bit of sanding. Just on one of the corners where I've just chucked some in there. But like I said, yeah, I'll reverse it out in lighter weather tomorrow, hopefully. And then I'll go through the boat, make sure, and then if I find any more, obviously I'll fill them. If not, then it'll just be them two. And we're pretty close now to pulling this boat out and cleaning it, ready to go back on the stands, ready to sandy kill, and then for painting, which will make this boat look completely different. And once that's painted, I can focus inside, because the one thing I haven't mentioned is I've said about the 3 jobs in there, but I've got to make sure I fiberglass in the engine. Number 1 would be to do the other side of this hole. Also where the board is in, I need to fiberglass around there like I've done with every board. And also, like I said, there was a crack there that I filled from underneath, if you've seen it drip. So I've got to repair that, even though I said I'm going to fiberglass the whole bottom of this boat anyway, so it will be reinforced. And we'll just go from there, really. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. It is going to be a short one today. Main focus is get all the pinhole there and the 6 underneath. And then what I'm going to do is try and make a batch, little tiny batches, make it a little bit, put a bit more hardener so it cures a bit quicker. Like we've seen, it does cure in about half an hour anyway, fully. Because what I'm hoping is I can get it on there now, sand it down, and that'll be all the sanding. And then what I'm going to try and focus on is trying to clean this whole boatyard, or boat shed should I say. Pull the boat out if it don't rain, clean it all up, ready for next week, where I will be pulling the boat out, washing it all over. Also check everywhere, just quickly check around it, bring it back in, turn it around, should I say, before bringing it back in, and get it on the boat stand where it's going to be permanently staying until I've finished painting the bottom half. And we will go from there. So first thing, let's make that batch up and get it curing. Okay. Okay, that was a short video. You see, I'm only just touching up little tiny bits just to make it nice and smooth and round. Just a little tiny bit in there. And that's pretty much it. So what I think I'm going to do while that cures is I'm going to start tidying up all the tools that I don't need. Like the fairing compound is done with unless I find something on the kill when I sand that, because even though I'm going to clean all this, I've still got to sand the kill. But I might as well get some of this cleaned up as much as I can, dust free. I've also got the leaf blower in there, so when I do the kill, I probably will just blow everything out. But yeah, let's crack on with the cleaning. Okay, it's taken so long. I've done a lot of cleaning up. Put it on the end of the video. Just a quick time lapse of me cleaning. But anyway, I've filled that in. It's all sanded perfectly. And also done that bit there. It's all sanded, nice. There's no holes. So I think the next part will be taking it out next week. So this will be next week now, it's the end. Take it out, jet wash it down, clean it all down, get rid of all of this mold, clean it up really well now, because like I said, apart from the kill being sanded, it is ready to paint now. So I'll sand the kill down, see how that goes next week, as I've got to turn the boat around, get it on the stands, and then should only take a couple of days to sand the kill, but just depends if I run into any problems, like there's not enough fairing and I want to fill it out. I want to get it all done nicely now, because this is the last bits. I have managed to get some epoxy filler, so I might go round, just double check, make sure there's no little indents, because this is it now. This is, I reckon, 1 or 2 weeks left of sanding, preparing it, cleaning it, all of this up properly, and the weather is looking better in the next week or two. It's supposed to get up to 21 degrees maybe, so it's actually gonna be perfect. And that's pretty much it, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.